Hey guys, Nico here with TheFloatLife, and I just wanted to run you guys through a quick install video on how to install your Kush hooks. Now, quick disclaimer, the Kush Hooks foothold system is meant to go with our Kush front and rear foot pads. So if you're installing this kit, make sure you've got those ready to go as well. All right, so in your kit, you're gonna get your hooks, your screws to screw in the mounts into your board. You've got your mounts, you've got a rear one for a flat stance, and then your front one for a front angled stance. And then this one's either gonna be a steeper angle like this, or you can get a mellower one. You've got some sets of flat spacers, so you can adjust the height of your hook. And you've also got two angled spacers that are gonna allow you to change the angle of your hook from heel to toe. You've got a set of longer black screws that are gonna screw in your hook into the mounting plates. You got a set of these colored screws and washers. These are specifically for if you're running bang bumpers, and the washers just help the hook not pull through the softer material of the bang bumpers. You've also got a set of extra foam lining for your hooks. You can either hold onto these as a spare, or if you want, right off the bat, you can even install them into the hooks to kind of double up on the foam for an extra layer and make it basically like thicker foam. If you do that, they're gonna end up sticking up a bit with the way they're stacked up. So keep in mind, if you double stack them like that, you'll also wanna have an X-Acto knife on you or something like that, just to shave that excess foam off so it's a clean cut. Oh, and then your kit will also come with all the different tools, wrenches you need to put everything together. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is install one of these hooks into the front mount. So grab your front mount. This is gonna be the angled one. Again, either steep or mellow, whichever one you've got. And then you're going to want to grab the hook where the toe side matches up with this narrow end. So on the hook with the hook shape, this open space here is gonna be your heel side. This hook right here, where it's the most aggressive, is gonna be your toe side. So for me, I'm regular. So I've got this regular stance mount where the toe side comes up here. And if you want to be extra sure, you can also look at the bottom of the hook, see where the threads are, and just make sure it matches up with this shape for the tracks. All right, so first we're gonna line these up and then flip it upside down. And you're just gonna get one of these screws started. Make sure you're using these longer black screws. I start with the middle one. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. And just give it a couple turns so the hook is in place. And then we're going to continue with the rest. Try to angle it toward you guys so you can somewhat see. That one started. Now the reason we're just getting these started first is that's going to give us a little extra room there so that we can slide in our spacers. So as far as the spacers, like I said, we've got flat spacers you can use to adjust the height of the hook. And then we've got a couple angled spacers. We've got one angled spacer that's gonna raise the hook on your heel side, and then one that's gonna raise the hook on the toe side. On the spacer, it's gonna read either toe or heel, so that way you know which one is which. Now, everyone's preferences are gonna be different. As a starting point, I recommend starting with this raised heel spacer on the front and the raised toe spacer on the back. The reason for that is that a lot of people have at least somewhat of a staggered stance where on your front foot, especially with the angle, your heel's kind of hanging off of it, and your toe is closer to the center of the foot pad. With the concave of the board, that's gonna mean your heel is actually sitting a little bit higher than your toes. And then vice versa for the rear, where your toes are gonna be sitting a little higher than your heel generally. It depends on your stance, but as a starting point, that's what I recommend. Using the lifted heel spacer on the front and the lifted toe spacer on the rear. So with that said, let's go ahead and do that. We've got our hooks. I'm gonna find the spacer that says heel on it. That's gonna be this one. And we can see on the spacer, it's got these slots on it where we can come in from behind, make sure it's rotated the right way so that it matches this shape of the hook. And we can just open it up and slide it right in there so the tracks go through the screws right there. Get it all lined up. And then if you're really confident, you've got like really tall shoes or anything like that, you're also free to start with some of the flat spacers right off the bat. But for most people, I'd say just start with this for now and you can add them in later easily. Now that we've got that spacer in there, we can start tightening these down. Just to speed things up, I'll use an electric screwdriver real quick. If you do use anything electric, make sure it's as low torque as possible. You really want to be careful with it. I'd recommend just using the hand tools, but just be careful about it. All right, we're gonna start tightening these down. Don't go all the way yet. Make sure it can still move around a little bit. I've got it mostly tightened down, but I can still move the hook in different positions. Now, if you're really confident, you can match this up with around where you think or know your foot's gonna be in your just natural stance. You can even throw it onto the foot pad, kind of line it up and see around where it should line up. What I personally do is leave them just a little bit loose so that they can move around the track, but still have a little bit of stiffness to it. And then I mount the mount on the board like this, and I'll get my foot into position and find out exactly where on the track I need it to be. You can make a mark anywhere. What I personally do is just take visual note. There's a lot of things on this mount that you can have reference to of where the hook is in relation to the track. So I just take note of where I like the hook to be, and then I'll take it back off the board and tighten it up. So I know me personally, I like it with my heel hanging off a good bit. That's around where I like it. So I'm just gonna tighten it down there. As you're tightening down, make sure with your fingers, you're kind of holding the spacer into place so that it is flush with the hook when you tighten it down. Otherwise it can slide out a bit. All right, there we go. That's our front hook. And now real quick, we are going to do the same with the rear hook. So rear hook, with this rear mount being flat, it's a little harder to decipher which hook to use on it. That's why I like doing the front one first, just so process of elimination, we know which hook we've got to use for the rear one. Just like the last mount, we're going to get these started. I'm going to start with the middle. Got them started, so I'm going to take my other toe lifted spacer and slide this one in. Again, match it up with the shape of the hook so that ridge is there. So we'll slide it in like that. Start tightening it down. And I know I like my rear foot with my toes hanging off a bit. This is the toe side, so I'm gonna move it around closer to that end. And again, you're free to leave it loose, throw it on, and figure out where exactly you want it to be on the track first, and then you can take it back off and tighten it up. Again, make sure that spacer isn't going anywhere. Also, I might have forgotten to do this on the last one, but if you do use any kind of electric screwdriver or anything like that, I personally like to go back with a hand tool and just make sure it's tightened down pretty firmly. Don't over crank it, just make sure it's firm on there. All right, so we've got our two hooks ready to go, and let's throw them on the foot pads. All right, we'll start with the rear. We've just got 2 screws for this. Again, make sure you're using Kush foot pads. These foot pads are gonna have some inserts here that are gonna allow you to thread in directly into the foot pad. Oh, also some of our foot pads, grip tape may be covering these threads. So if you do have a compatible rear foot pad, make sure you might need to take an X-Acto knife or something like that just to cut out a small hole, find where those threads are. We'll line these up, make sure we can see the holes. Oh, another thing to note, this isn't an issue with GT, but when we do eventually release our XR Kush hooks, if you're following along with that, these threads that you're threading into right now are gonna be the same as the underside 2 threads that go through the bumper. So on the XR, if you're installing Kush hooks, make sure you're not using too long of screws on the underside. That way there's enough thread to thread in from the top side as well for your Kush hooks. There's our rear. Now let's throw on the front hook. Again, we're gonna line this up. I would recommend just getting them started first. That way you can get it all aligned perfectly. And now we can tighten them down. Again, don't crank it too hard, just get them snug and secure. Sweet, should be good to go there. Now, if you're not running bang bumpers, you should be pretty much good to go. Again, ride it around a bit, make sure the hooks are exactly where you want them to be. If you want to adjust them a bit, you can easily just unscrew these back off, loosen it up a bit and change the position or throw in extra spacers, whatever you need to do for you. If you do have bang bumpers, there's one additional step you need to do. Let's flip this around. And we are going to be replacing these 2 screws and these 2 screws with some new screws and washers just to make sure they don't pull through the more flexible bang bumper material. So let's undo these real quick. Now we're going to grab 2 of these screws, 2 of these washers, and then make sure you're also using the included tool that fits in this screw head. I'm gonna take these washers, just slide them onto the screw, drop it in. I'm gonna grab the full board just to make sure that foot pad is in place. Same for this side. We're gonna take out these screws. This side actually had them in there already, but we'll ignore that. And then we'll grab our new screws with the washers. Slide that washer on, drop it in. And again, just like any other screw, don't crank it too hard, just get it snug and secure. And there you go. With that, you've got a set of Kush hooks, front and rear, ready to go to send it. I think that about covers everything. If you guys have any questions at all about the install process or anything about Kush hooks in general, the Kush foot pads, let us know in the comments below and we'll get back to you. Until next time, float on, my friends.